tools, knowledge, and one-on-one support you need every step of the way. That's full service.
Alright, let's try that again. Alright, let's get rid of the Malta one.
1849. Learn more at Comerica.com. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS ID 480990.
I mean, this is if that works, we're going to get rid of some of the timer ones. Malta can disabled for now. Cuba's disabled. Friday the 13th one, I'm sure I can go. It's past Friday the 13th. Gotta edit, man. We gotta get those edits in. I need like an assistant. An assistant working over here. Or I just need to get in charge of my own life. That'd be probably it. Get in charge of my own life. Dude, ABC, man. If we played, you gotta let me know. If we played, you don't have to tell me your screen name. I won't get crazy with it. I won't if you don't want to. But if we played together, or we played against each other, I should say. If we battled in the streets and you're just here for vengeance, should I be worried? Or are you just a big fan of intertaps? Which I'm okay with. What's going on over here, guys? No matter what, man, that $10 donation, man, you don't even know what that means to me. I appreciate that so much. That's so cool. I should have told the little one just now. I wasn't even thinking about it. She'll be so excited. She knows I get excited. She gets excited, and it's a win-win. I'll tell her in the morning on the way to school. She's gonna be pumped for us. Ugh. We need some run good over here, though, huh? 3 of 5. How much do we load up on this thing? Oh, 2 tickets. 3 of 5 and 2 tickets. So we need to play a little smarter here, huh? $4, $4.60 for 3rd place, but we need that ticket because I think the other tournament is running. Stream is disconnected. Attempting to reconnect. Oh. I hope that pops back up, man. Not sure why we're disconnecting right now. Not cool. Okay, cool. I am running Drive HUD. And yeah, I hide them. I put them on opaque. They just kind of get in the way. They make the stream look really messy more than anything. Like if you stare hard enough, you can probably see what your numbers are if you're like on stream watching. You know, if you're trying to look at what I have on you, kind of thing. We're gonna check. Jamming this. Break. But I keep them off just for more of, oh, he called that one, get through, he called it there, ace 5, 6, 7, we need some help, we did not get there. Yeah, I keep them there mostly just because it's messy, more than anything else. just gets like really sloppy when it's all out there like that. It's kind of difficult to keep them all in line and crisp on the stream. And I get kind of confused, I won't lie, like I get kind of mixed up. Oh, we're just gonna rip this in again now. Pretty good spot for us to look like we're tilting, right? After playing that last hand so aggressive. And we do get a call, 3-way. Oh, we're in good shape, 6-7. Like, oh, we get it, we scoop it. Oh, he's gonna get the 1800 with the 6, but we're back on track in the $400 guarantee. So that's nice. We needed a little help there. We need a boost. We could use a good cash tonight. All right, this is gonna be fun, huh? It's gonna be fun. Obviously, can't call there. I'm just trying to finish up the rest of the tables here. Hopefully, they all get knocked down, huh? Oh, he would have hit a 5. He would have hit a set of 7s. He would have hit a straight. Alright. Alright. Cool story. Cool story. We are all over the map now. God damn. It's hard, man. It's hard to balance the streaming part out with getting the technical stuff in. You have issues. We just got there on screen. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I'm not the best with the technical stuff at all, like ever. So it's taken me a long time and a lot of work off screen and off the stream to try and figure it out. Ace king versus jacks off screen. Flops an ace right away. And a king on the turn. And we're out. Out? We out? Out of that one. Yeah, gotta win flips, right? Gotta win flips, boys. Are we ever good here when he bets this little into 3 people, 2 people? Like begging for the jam. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for showing me, Bloods. But I don't know why I do it when there's a queen out there, but he did it. Got off a nice little bluff with the 4 high flush over there. Is registration closed on this? Yeah, it's hard, man. The technical stuff is a hard balance. I'm old. I mean, I'm old. I don't know if there's another way to say it. I'm closing in on 40, so the technical stuff, computers, never that easy for me. I like to grind poker online, but yeah, as far as being good at this stuff, it doesn't come naturally or easy. Guess we have to shove 4s here. This is gross. Really pumped about it, but he is the smaller stack. Blinds are huge. That's gotta make some money or bubble. It's up an $80 guarantee. Nice. He was a beast. How many tables do you grind at once, Casey? McLovin, what should go with the challenge? Well, it's I'm surprised it hasn't. Surprised? Got a list now. I'm surprised it hasn't popped up on the screen since you've been here, but it is to run 2K up an 8. Busted tables left and right, ski, it's fun. It's to run 2K to 20K on Intertops. So that's the basic challenge is 2K to 20K bankroll challenge. Staying within 20 buy-ins for cash games, maxing out 20 buy-ins for cash games, and 200 buy-ins for tournaments. So can't go above 200. Can't go under 200 buy-ins for tournaments. Can't sit with less than 20 buy-ins for whatever cash level we're playing at. So trying to run 2K to 20K and applying the same principles to live and running that 20K bankroll to 200K bankroll eventually with live. But the more I play online, the more live kind of takes a back seat and might for a long time because of family obligations and stuff. So much easier to grind on. I don't know if grinding to 200K online is feasible unless I bank something huge, but you never know. The Venom tournament's running. The satellites are running. We've taken a shot at that one. It did really well before, and hopefully we can do it again. Hopefully we can take it. I mean, that's life-changing money. We can grind the smaller stakes and grind the satellites to try and get into that life-changing money. Pretty clean, right? So we'll see. I mean, I already can tell that it's pros and cons. Pros and cons are already there. I can already tell that it's going to be a lot harder than I thought it was going to be to grind at these smaller stakes, because it's a lot harder to give it my 100%. Because smaller stakes, it's hard to really focus as much on that. Oh my god, I really walk into kings. Ace, one time. Getting wrecked. We just bricked everything over there. That's gross. So yeah, it's a lot harder. These stakes are hard to really give it my all, because it's just, you know, it's not going to be that meaningful of a bank if you do get it. But I need to get that mindset, you know, be done with that mindset anyway. But I can already tell that it's actually better from my personal mindset. Like this, when you're playing for money that's that meaningful, if you lose, it also obviously affects you emotionally pretty hard. So this hasn't really affected me that well emotionally, other than, you know, I hate losing. And, you know, I always want to win no matter what. But and it's obviously way harder than I expected. So that's kind of frustrating, but
Your company's new open floor
I think
plan
overall,
was working
emotionally,
great.
it's definitely a better long-term play. We can't hold this, can we?
Started. And now, you and that irresistible crunch get to make yourselves at home in your new office. The only place in this building with a real door. The copy room.
I can't imagine we can fold this. I don't know. He's got enough chips to just keep firing off, and he's gonna call no matter what, right? I can't risk him thinking he's gonna get it in. Yeah, 10-5. I mean, fold. or hit one. I mean, got the chips, he doesn't care. This is such a luck box. GG, third place. At least we got $4 back. Got our $4 back. What else we got going here? Where's the step 2? Step 2's in 12 minutes. I really wanted to try and run it up, but I don't really want to pass up. Don't want to pass up being able to play that. Got racks. So gross. What's going on there? Really wanted to play that. What happened? What happened? Oh, really? Alright. See what we got. Do you live book only or is it additional income? It's definitely additional income. I have to update all my about me stuff on the page ABC Rider. I need to update all that. It's additional income. I work in physical therapy as a full-time job, which is very steady here in Texas right now. So just too good money to pass up and try and grind. I learned the hard way that I did not want to grind full-time, but I tried it. It was fun experience. It's way harder than I ever thought it would be. And now we're back to working a 9 to 5 and just playing on part-time. So that is, part-time play is fine by me. We don't need to get crazy anymore. Too emotional swings, too hard on your travel, the live play. The grind is rough. Lucky. Double up in batting. Yeah, I mean, we've had this conversation a few times in the past like week or two actually on stream about there's another player, Insane Crazy, that would come in and talk about it. He was talking about moving to Mexico and just grinding the lower stake sites, lower stake tournaments at some of the bigger sites that are more consistent. I mean it makes, you can live off like $500 a month in Mexico on a beach and grind small enough stakes where you can easily make like $1,000 a month. I mean, you're just living the dream, right? So there's that. I mean, but no, I live in the States. So I'm in Texas, and I've been doing PT for like 10 years. I took like a year and a half almost 2 years off completely to grind full-time live and online with Intertops. And I just couldn't handle. I wasn't about that life. It was overwhelming. It's very hard to be your own boss. It's very hard to grind those hours. Very hard to make a real living unless you're playing 2-5 cash live or grinding, you know, an insane amount of volume for smaller stakes tournaments to really survive. I mean, it's definitely doable. Casey Buck in stream here, he does full time, man. But you see, he's beast. You know, he's cleaning up on intertops. So I mean, if you do it, more power to you. But in all honesty, even if it wasn't, it's not like I wouldn't love to be able to play full time. But it took a lot of the fun out of it for me too. Like having to play makes you, you know, not want to play as much. So that wasn't, you know, that was hard for me to wrap my head around a lot. You know, just playing just because you know you should to make money is a lot harder than you think, and you gotta give people like Casey Buck credit for it. It's nuts how you do it. And then, like I said, that took a lot of the enjoyment out of playing by having to do it full time. But more than anything, it was a matter of I just couldn't turn down the money from my full-time job. Like, it's just too good money here to have to turn down. Like, if I could eat, not like I ever did this, but because I was terrible. Like, I just got smoked. I can't lie to you guys. Like, I got wrecked when I was playing full-time, when I was playing for a living. We had a lot. I mean, my shark scope intertops I've done well with, and of course, as far as tournaments go, but I've given it all away in cash games. You know, I think I've won and lost a year's salary for physical therapy like 3 times now. So the swings are insane, and we're not talking, I'm not doing anything crazy high stakes. We're talking like just them grinding the circuit in main events and playing the circuits when they come through. Nothing even high stakes. So it's crazy how fast it can go. But yeah, I just, it was silly. If I was gonna make, say I was just grinding 2-5 cash and making $20 an hour, $40 an hour, like then maybe it's doable. That's it. I still have to grind 40 hours a week to make and be profitable, like above, you know, $40 an hour to make it worth my while to not just be able to go to my actual full-time job and work for something like, so it depends on what you want to do with yourself too. Like, if poker is just your passion, then by all means go for it and grind it out and live off what you can live off of. But yeah, I also have a family now, so I can't turn down them. Like, the guaranteed money is always what you gotta think about. Like, I could go out to work, luckily enough in Texas, I could like walk out the door and find some place to work here for therapy because it's that busy here. But if I didn't have that job to fall back on, obviously it would be a different story. But yeah, like, if you're just a grinder, you don't have any kind of skill set or schooling and stuff to fall back on, or you know, a good career in any sense, money to fall back on, period, then, you know, grind your ass off, go do it, go fucking get in there. But for me, having a family and everything, it was a no-brainer. Like, we need to go back to getting the locked up money, and then just playing poker as much as I could on the side and trying to run that up. Hopefully I can actually do that at some point. With your $10 donation, I am making my way. First step. Where are we at? Let's win some poker. So that's the whole idea, right? Yeah, I agree, Casey. Like, it's like you get to know everyone's style quickly. You get to kind of see how everyone plays pretty quickly. You don't have to get too out of line. playing with the same kind of player pool all the time. It's pretty low stakes, guys. You're more or less gonna run into a lot more bad beats than anything else, because these players are pretty poor and getting it in really bad in spots that they shouldn't, obviously. Alright, we gotta text the sister back. I actually might be starting a new job soon, actually. There's a lot of changes coming to Medicare and the way they bill for therapy in the skilled nursing settings. Particularly, they're not basically trying not to rob people anymore. And it's gonna really actually be a kind of pain in the ass for me. It's gonna be a pay cut for everybody. Some people are gonna lose their jobs. It's gonna be kind of a mess for a little bit, and I need to make sure I have a place that I can lock in the hours. So we might be starting a new job soon. To get back on it, but we'll see what happens. What's everyone else grinding? Does anybody have anything else I can sweat on the side here? My off-screen night is over. I've already dropped enough on ACR for the night to call it. We're just trying to grind away, maybe win some back and some cash gain. Just trying to get lucky here, to be honest. There's too much money out there, and too strong. I haven't been paying enough attention, other than he just open jams with this, like no reason. So can we bank? Can we bank a river one time? There we go. Back in the game. Back in the game. Literally was just like zoned out talking about all that stuff and was not paying enough attention to that game. Let myself blind down too low to be worth anything. I'm the king of second places. I guess I need some heads up training. Hey, you know what? I need heads up training. I actually thought about making that part of the challenge, because my heads up game, especially for cash, oh my god. That's where I've lost the majority of that money we talked about, was trying to play higher stakes heads up, probably against ABC. Yeah, I can't even lie, like I definitely got wrecked. I had my fair share of big wins, but overall my heads up game, especially cash, is no bueno most of the time. I gotta be on point with that. I gotta be playing my A game, and I never usually bring my A game to that. You'd think I would be smarter about, right? I'm not. I never learn, that's the thing. Hopefully this challenge will at the very least get me to learn from my mistakes and not keep punting off. Alright. I'm like 4th of 12 and just getting ass handed to me in this PLO game. In this PLO tournament we got. I'm gonna bring up the destructive chat that's going on screen for 2nd of 18 in this $6 400 guarantee, and third of 8 in the satellite. So hopefully we can finish strong here. Good luck in the PLO. Guess I missed it with all the other people's going. Come on. How many usually grind at once, Casey Buck?
Check out Fresh and Chill, a playlist on Spotify. Discover your favorite new chill pop songs. Featuring artists like Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, and Charlie Puth. Tap the banner now to listen to Fresh and Chill.
Oh. Missed. Open jam.
Here's a real tweet from a real Chick-fil-A guest. George.
This probably is crazy.
Well done, Chick-fil-A.
Thanks to you, George. Now everyone knows, and we appreciate
transparent,
it. Try some
but
grilled nuggets yourself at your local Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A guests.
we got too much cash out of it. I think they were folding, obviously, but Queen 9, 6, 4. Deuce. Oh, Brick City. What? Yeah, behold, alright. Alright. Brick City over there. Usually no more than 6, but Sundays can go up to 10. Yeah. I think I need to make sure, especially with this stream. Hard because I'm trying to, you need the volume, right? So it's hard, especially when I'm streaming. I just definitely I'm not able to focus on as many tables, and I think it definitely hurts me more than anything, even though I get bored pretty easily with it. I should just be, trying to pay more attention. But yeah, I should probably be on board with that too. Just kind of be a little more mellow about it and just talk from the stream and stuff and grinds instead of just constantly want to click buttons, like actually think through tables. All I have going now is just 400, 30, and 800. Yeah, I mean that's all you need, right? I need to calm down. I don't need to be blasting off dozens of tournaments at once while streaming. I think the max is gonna probably be like 8. Probably making sure, be closer to 6, I think. An add-on for $1, you know it. Get that $1. Oh, there you go. Blast your eardrums. Switch these out, huh? A little backup. quickly, huh? Yeah, I mean, what else do you do? I don't know if I have the patience for PLO tournaments. I think poker is not a good job for full time now, but because there is no special skills you can use on another field to earn money. Yeah, I mean, keeps your mind sharp, keeps you on point. You know, if you can make a little extra pocket change, and it doesn't, disrupt your life too much. If you enjoy it, then go for it, right? Again, therapists can get new connections with people. Yeah, it's not the same for sure. I think it's crucial. Mental health for many people. Yeah, no joke. The mental health thing, that's a huge point of it, man. When I was grinding full time, like the people that you would see playing the poker tables, like there's a lot of mental health problems when it comes to poker and casinos and just gambling in general. And man, it was not fun a lot of the times dealing with those people. $1,400, I just would have put them in. And it's so gross. He's got me, man. Should just put him in on the flop. You're not folding, right? He's never folding for 14. Gross, that's terrible. Online poker can be destroyed, 5 of bots. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's definitely not as social. We're not folding. Good luck, us. We can flop a 7 or 2, or just fade this nonsense. Sounds impossible. Fade. We need a spade or 9. 10 good? Oh my god, 10 was good. Take it. It's definitely not as social, like, I mean, and I was probably part of the problem with it in the sense that I didn't like talking to a lot of those other poker players. The ones, like, live, people get real antsy, people get real rowdy about stuff, like, it just wasn't, it's a kind of a toxic environment, but like live especially. At least online with something like this, you can kind of do your thing and be happy about it, like grind, and then I can grind and then go back to my family if I lose, everybody's copacetic. You meet some good people like yourselves in the chat, and if it's your chat, if you don't like them, give them the boot, right? Yeah, they're out. Nice. So I didn't really care for a lot of that part of it. It was very destructive and degenerative, the whole atmosphere. So mental health is definitely huge, and the social aspects it was very tough with that, the social stuff, because like people want to talk, but they also just want to talk because they want your money. Like, so people will be your best friends to your face, and that's just anywhere in life, obviously, right? It's not just poker, but people will be really nice to your face, but then they would really just be nice to you because they wanted something from me, from inner tops kind of thing. Which is understandable, like, nothing wrong with trying in that sense, but more often than not, it was just kind of like suspect behavior. It was like people I could deal without having in my life. Maybe, as the Stinky said, if If you are young, for sure you should look for other fields. Yeah, I mean, the tough way to make an easy living, right? There's definitely easier ways to make money than poker. Unless you're just naturally gifted or bank a real big one right off the bat. Poker's a hard way to make a living, no matter where you're at. I'm trying to work as a journalist for a poker site. Oh, very cool. Very cool. How do you do? Are you like an Intertops journalist? Am I just stealing your articles? Is that you who I'm stealing stuff from? That's pretty gross plot. Bowls. I don't know how you're supposed to play yellow tournaments, to be honest. Very poor for income, but that is interesting for me, writing articles and have some interviews. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. If that's what you enjoy, then by all means, like, you gotta go for it, right? But that's the way you work it, right? Like, you play poker for one income, and then you do the journalist stuff, the writing, and vlogging and whatever else you're doing with it as another source of real income. And that way you get to be involved in your passion, playing and writing about it. That's an awesome way to go about it, man. If you can pull that off, go for it. We actually, hey, by all means, I mean, I'd totally be down for one if you were looking for someone to interview. But if you haven't already checked out my articles on the Too Fit to Fold, if you haven't already checked out the articles, I've written up a couple for the old Casino World magazine, if you guys remember that. And we did a lot. We did some interviews for them. I did some interviews on Intertops on the YouTube page. Actually, I should probably link that too. And talk about how, you balance life and poker and what do you think of the game. I try not to be too negative, obviously, because I love poker and it's what we obviously all are here for. But a lot of the stuff with live stuff is nasty, man. Gets real ugly. Gets real ugly in those in the live streets. Grind is not what. It's definitely not what they tell you it is. Like the glamour and then facade that is poker life on television is definitely not what it is for the real grinders. And don't let them tell you otherwise. If I was streaming, I would definitely fix or less to keep up with everything. Otherwise, get lost in the action. Yeah, like right now I have 5 running, and I'm just trying to fucking load my YouTube channel up so I can link it, and I'm fucking lost right now. So yeah, I think 5 or 6, 4 to 8 maybe in that range, given whatever I'm doing. Like I have a pretty sick setup. I brag a little bit here, but I have dual monitors, dual 24s or 27s, dual 27s with my laptop, the 15-inch laptop running, the 17-inch laptop running, and a pretty ridiculous like 50-inch television sitting on my desk right next to me with other tables on it. So as long as I can neatly or close to neatly organize the tables. We're pretty good. And now I started recently. I can't promote my team for as I started. I guess I mostly do articles for ad or big news, but that would be a great opportunity for the future. Yeah, McLovin, that's like, it really is. So McLovin says, yeah, after I quit full-time grind, I get deep in a live tournament, and you grind for 2 days, right? Like, you go deep in these tournaments, you spend 2, 3, WPT tournaments, that's 5 days. Like, the Venom tournament is the longest tournament I've ever been in online. And it was what, 12-hour day? 12 or 13-hour day? That's a typical day of a regular circuit grind. Like, it's a 13-hour day of grinding, and then they expect you to go home, get up, or go to bed for a few hours, and ride back in by noon the next day on whatever sleep you can get at that time, because you don't leave until 2:30 in the morning by the time you leave the casino. And then you jump into another day, day 2, you grind for another 13 hours. Like, that's WPTs, that's 5 days of that if you go super deep. And I think I've made a couple, like, I made day 3s in Belden, and I did well, just to, you know, lose a flip at the final, like, 3 tables or whatever. Same thing for Aruba. Like, you get so deep in it, you spend all this time and energy and committed to this thing just to lose a flip day 3, or just to lose to like a two outer. Those are the worst. Like, you lose in some nasty way. Like, you get like McLovin said, like, ace is cracked by like some ridiculous hand for, even if it's like a decent amount of big blinds, or even if it's not, like, you lose a decent hand like that for even 10 big blinds, and you want to fucking jump off a bridge. It's ridiculous. Fade the club. Oh. Well, that's fun. We're out of that one. 5th. I didn't even see if we bubbled or not, because I'm talking to the screen too much. But yeah, it was like, I remember I got 2 outed in a WSOP circuit. I waited all day for this guy. Oh, we got queens all in against Limp Dunsky. Just fade the king. Good flop. Hold. Deuce, river. Ace is fine too. I was like day 2 in super deep day 2 in WSOP main event circuit at Choctaw, and this guy who had just been playing like an absolute maniac all day. Like, he was the worst player. He's like the nicest guy, but he clearly had too much money, just loved splashing around. And that's what he did the whole day, and my entire table was full of killers, right? Like, I knew everybody else at the table. And everybody was just waiting for this dude. Everybody was just waiting. And he kept luck boxing it. Like, he just kept getting there. It was so gross, but the entire table was just hunting this dude's money. It was predatory, right? It was like, this is uncomfortable. And sure enough, I finally get him. I have like 20 big blinds. I've been just hanging in for most of the day, and I get 3-way in a spot with jacks. And I opened from early position. I think I was in like open like under gun +2 or middle 1, and he's on my immediate left and snap calls. And then this beast John Richards was in the big blind. He calls,
100% real milk.
and the flop is like 9 high rainbow, and I'm like, oh, this is a dream. This guy is gonna bet at everything.
Lactate.
Like, he loved to splash. So he does. I check with jacks with like 13 big blinds, 15 big blinds left or something, right? And this dude just grabs a handful of chips and tosses them. He doesn't even count. He just grabs a handful, tosses them in. And John, who knows me, well, he had played against me. We're not like friends or anything. We're just Facebook associates kind of thing. He like sensed it. He knew it. He was about to call, and he like looked at me and just gave me the eye and snap folded. Well, not snap folded. He folded, and I immediately go all in for like another. It was, like he bet pot. Like he just grabbed a bunch of chips and bet like almost pot. He bet like it was so silly. I had like another 5 big blinds, and sure enough, he turns over like pocket 8. So it's like 9 high board, 9 like 4 deuce or something. It was something ridiculous. Rainbow, and he turns over pocket 8 against my jacks, and he banks the 8 on the turn. Like no hesitation, just gets it in unbelievably bad in such a rough, like such a ridiculous way. Like he had no business even being like in that spot, right? Like he could have just like basically like I owned him, and then he got insanely lucky for a 2-outer. That's the first time I think I really lost my cool. Like I waited till I get up from the table, but then was like cursing it out as I walked to the payout line for like a fucking min cash. I was like, all day waited to get that guy, snap him off. I finally own him, and he hits a 2-outer on me. So after the flop too. I'm like, oh god, terrible. That was my bad beat story for the stream. This is why I don't play live poker. Like this is what happens. I get all worked up. So worked up. I don't even know how I finished in that last tournament. Did I even make the money? Nope, we bubbled. So that's fun. So not only did I not make the money, we bubbled. He couldn't fade the flop. Couldn't fade the flop. I don't even know where we're at here, Buck, but you can't call, obviously. So, an absolute monster. I don't think you think I'm getting that far out of line here, ever. Or you think I am because it's you. You're overthinking. And you're gonna call off with like ace 5 or something for me. Actually, probably wouldn't be a bad call against me, so. I wouldn't blame you if you did. But we got 20, this isn't bad, $26 for if we miss. We can get heads up here. Pretty decent. And I'm third of 22 in the 400 guarantee, so not too shabby. We're closing out the night okay here. And we can break even for the day. I've not been in a spot like that live before, but I bet it's like, yeah, it's terrible. A true McLovin. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And it's not the only time. I mean, that happens literally on the reg. Like, I probably have... legit have 20 more stories like that. Not even an exaggeration. Absolutely absurd. Not rewarding. I need to do something, help people. You need to find a way to feel good about what you accomplished in the day. But it pays bills for now. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to bash it. Like I still love the game. I would play full time, you know, for sure. It's just in my particular situation, for sure. Like having that job to fall back on, that does very much make me feel better about myself, helping other people in therapy and getting, you know, doing therapy with people and getting the better and helping people does make you feel a lot better about yourself, for sure. Nothing, I mean, I still love poker and that's all I could do all day and still help people in the same way, then it's like a win-win for me, you know, like if I can still work that job and play poker as much as I can, then it's a win-win. But to do it full-time for just poker, that's a loss. That's a negative EV play for me, for sure. But you can't even play heads up inside. It pays 2 places. Weird. Guess I'm getting $26 or whatever it is. Oh yeah, not to knock it. I'm not trying to be that negative about it. I just mean there's definitely I don't know about this shove, Casey, but I don't know how I don't take it against his opening. Oh, hold. Just hold. Just hold. Ugh. Put off the King Jack. Huzzah. God bless. Oh, not at this rate, man. I'm getting smoked by you. In 1 of 20. That was amazing. Let's hold. There. That is that. This is the end of this, so good luck us. Just hold. Hold. Oh, good. The story tilted me hearing it with the jack, so I would have tilted. Nah, man, that's probably one of the only few times I wanted to really yell at somebody, but everybody at the table literally was like, "Whoa!" Can we? This is probably terrible. I'm the worst. Just hold. Fuck my face, man. Ace. Ace. Fuck. I mean, we're at 3,000. It plays two places. I mean, we just need to hold there, right? There's not much I can do. Good luck, boys. Oh, I can't type after I bust? That's fucking bullshit. We just can't seem to get one of these sattys. Oh shit! Other satellite. Did it run? Oh, fuck you, man. Oh, I'm such an asshole. The other satellite didn't run. That other satellite just bowed out. That's bullshit. So I missed the step 2 satellite anyway, because I'm an idiot. I did not reg it, and it did not fire off. I think it was at 8, or maybe it did. I regged it, and it didn't fire off still. Either way, we're fucked. So let's watch Casey grind out this win. Incoming. Let's see. Where are we at? Yeah, I mean, you want that guy to play that, right? Oh, fuck, I missed the hand, but at least you got $26, Casey, for a $1 tournament. Can't really knock that too much. I am one of those insanely competitive dudes, so I tilt way computing average. That's the type of play though, blow it off, just gotta stuff like. Yeah, no, I mean, you got a vent. Casey, you got it in good too, huh? Dominated. Gets there with the flush. This all in pre too? Jeez, my ace-5 call was amazing compared to this nonsense. Queen 5. Oh, did he call it off with Queen 5 too? Got him. Congratulations to JR Slick. We have a day saver. We have a day saver here. First 16 and the $400. Yeah, I'm ashamed to say it, but yeah, I've had my share of blow-ups on people from playing terrible and getting there on me. I hope that muted. I have plenty of times, especially cash games. Tournaments, for whatever reason, I'll get mad at people. Like, I did it one time, this dude decided to call off for like 50 big blinds with Queen Jack offsuit. And it was like button versus my small blind, and he was in the big blind. He might have even limped. And I woke up in the big blind with Ace King. And the button like fucking 6x'd it or something, right? And I'm like 50 big blinds deep, he like 6x'd it. After that, yeah, he limped from under the gun. That guy 6x's it. Yeah, I shrugged because this guy was a spaz. The guy who's 6x, I was just like, oh my god, this dude's. I'm gonna snap this dude off all day. Like he was just one of those players. Like I was just completely trying to exploit him, and I was like, screw this, I'm just gonna rip in like it was like 45 bigs or something like that. And he was huge. It was a huge flip, a huge shove, and totally out of line. And the dude that limped tanks for like fucking legit minutes as we go on break. And he finally fucking calls it off, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy, he's like got kings or something. This nit has got like kings or queens, and he's just like, he limped and doesn't know what to do with himself. He's one of those. He turns over the ace queen offsuit, and I'm like, oh my god, you're the worst. Like this is a dream spot for me. And then of course he rips like 2 pair, and I'm crippled. He had like, I think he left me with like 5 big blinds or something. I was like, what are you doing in that spot? Like I literally just yelled at him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in this spot? Like why are you in this hand? Like I'm happy he was, because that's, I mean, if I had just held, I would have had a huge chip stack, right? But of course, he bricks. I'm like, what are you doing? How are you gonna hit a 6? Just get it in pre if you're gonna play.
This open floor plan worked great until your Snyders of Hanover.
Oh, let's get it all back and then some right now. But yeah.
The copy room,
Yeah, KC Buck, thank you. I appreciate the backup. 6, but I don't think you can find a fold and ace fold it. Yeah, no, that was just gross. I mean, it's gotta go in. What is happening here?
The only person who didn't know Chick-fil-A had mac and cheese.
Oh,
game changer.
he's playing like a complete lunatic too.
Try the mac and cheese yourself at your local Chick-fil-A. Real Chick-fil-A guests paid for their testimonial.
Puke. Puke. We're flipping for our tournament. We would have been flipping and lost. Yeah, I appreciate you guys backing me up there, but yeah, I can't fold blind versus blind. Like look how wide his range was. I'm not folding. It's not, if it wasn't, honestly, if Casey Buck wasn't in there, I know he's playing it optimally too. Like if it was another spaz, then maybe I could think about folding there, just because I could wait for them to spaz off and fold my way into at least the min cash there. But yeah, no, I'm never folding the ace there, unfortunately. I appreciate you guys saying that. Made me feel better. Because that run out was brutal. Just not fair. When I get really floored live is when some dude pretty crushed And after I lose to his ridiculous 5-10% stuck out, he tells me he was in decent shape. Oh yeah, that's always fun. When they wanna be really awful and then what? When they wanna be really awful and then just try and teach you how to play or something like that. That's, oh my god, that's probably the worst. I was pretty good. I was in good shape there. No, dude, you don't understand math at all, clearly. Oh, good luck, Casey, man. Obviously not folding. Just gonna suck out on Casey Buck with a queen. Queen ball. Well, one time. Nice hand, man. Nothing I could do. You had what? 7 big blinds to start the hand? Yeah, that's just a lucky spot for you, man. Lucky. Yeah, what's happening this other hand? Thank you, Casey Buck. You gave me bits. I appreciate it. You gave me a cheer, 100 cheer. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. Your 100 cheer clearly worked for you, and and got you a double up against me. So all you guys need to know is that if you want to double up against me, you just send me some cheers, send me a little love in the chat, and you can get a nice double up. Like right now, Nut in the Rut. If you're in chat, you should definitely send me some kind of bits, donation, because I will lose this hand if you do. If not, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to win. I'm going to have to win it. So hurry, get those bits in. Not in the Rut. We're waiting on you. Not in the Rut. No bits, no win. Ace 10. No bits, no win. Oh, that's a scary little flop for me. Deuce. Come on, you motherfucker. God. He didn't even send me any bits. First to last in 3 hands. That is ridiculous. That's gotta make me want to puke. So this is the kind of stuff that makes you want to jump off the bridge. He could at least send me the bits that we talked about. We could have got right back up. If we won that, we'd be at what, 20K? I mean, if I can't win these ridiculous hands, I got no chance of running. Oh my god, let me get a walk with ace king. We get a walk with ace king in the big blind. That ain't right, man. This is not right. 20K, we would have been, oh, Casey Buck, way too good to not shove blind versus blind. Try not to wake up with a hand this time. If I'm gonna bust anybody, buddy, it's gotta be you at least. You're gonna see what I had, so I don't feel bad folding like you should. I'm gonna bust. I'm at least happy to bust to KC and let him continue his ridiculous streak. Did this dude just go? He just go all in 3 flop.